Hi again, it's me, Tommy. Ignore the light there. I set up my office a little different, so my lighting's a little off. My name is Tommy. This is my channel, Tommy Can Fix It. I show simple DIYs, tool tutorials, equipment tutorials, things on how to make your jobs that you do at home easier, simpler, just better. I've done quite a few of them so far. How to caulk a tub. I've showed you the different gauges of wire, different types of screws, things like that. They're all on my channel as well. Today we are going to kind of get two things in one video, just kind of because they kind of go together somewhat. We're going to be combining, I guess is a good word to use, and in two different ways. We'll be using wire nuts to these like this, and we're going to be using crimp connectors, which look like these, and I'm going to be showing you how to cut and strip the wire so that you can put them together correctly. Alright, so first thing you want to do is take your wire. Just figure out what length you need. We're going to try to keep most of what we're working with today the same length, so we will measure and cut. You can use pliers like this. I have a cutter, crimper, strippers, whatever works for you. I find these are a little bit faster. Just snip and go. Snip and go. And then there we have all what we need, 4 pieces, because that's what we're going to work with today. Now, there are a couple of ways to strip the wire, which is taking the coating off of the wire. Some people like to just use a razor knife or any kind of razor blade, which I have my razors from before. If you remember in the video where we caulked the tub, some people just take a razor or a knife and they just shave the coating off, like so. This works. You just have to be careful not to cut yourself with the razor knife, but it does take it off. That is one way to do it. Another way is you can use your strippers, and if you know what gauge it is numbered right here. So if you know what gauge you're working with, you can usually get it pretty good. Just fit it in the groove, clamp it down, and twist. And it usually cuts it, and then you can just, but both ends are cleaned on this one and on this one. And we're just going to do this to the other 2 pieces of wire so that we have everything ready to go when we decide to put them together. Now, like I said, all these tools are sharp. Everything can either pinch you, cut you, whatever. So just use caution, be careful. If you feel safer using gloves, use gloves. There's nothing wrong with using gloves. Whoops. Okay, well, I'm back. Just knocked the camera down, that's all. So we're going pretty good here. Do that again. And pull. Electrical in the wall, or fixing a cord, or whatever you might be doing. Just clean up your mess as you go. So we're going to be working with a couple of things. If you have access to your crimpers, you have terminal crimpers set. They have different colors, different sizes. Just got to figure out what size works. Just make sure you know what size you're working with, so you know how to sure it's just slightly larger than the wire on your cuff end, but it fits on there pretty good. Crimp it. You'll hear a small little crunch. That's how you know that it's been crimped. And then this one you'll also crimp. You'll either hear a crunch, feel resistance, but you should not be able to pull it apart. Next step, if you do by chance end up with extra exposed wire, for extra security, use your electrical tape. Always keep this on hand. It is cheap, easy to use. Any kind of connectors you use for electrical, you should probably wrap your electrical tape around anyway, just for added security. That way no one gets electrocuted, there are no issues, no fires. And boom. Now we have successfully put it back together. Sorry, we keep having camera issues here. So we're back. The other ways you can do it is, like I said, with wire nuts, which usually work pretty well also. Just make sure you have a wire nut big enough for both pieces of wire, and just make sure you have it big enough. Typically a big one, your red ones are for your bigger wires, and just put it on and twist. Push and twist. You will feel your wires start to twist together. It will get tighter and tighter as you twist, and they are together. This one also is a good idea to wrap electrical tape around, so that you definitely don't have any issues, especially if you're fixing something in the wall. Always use extra caution. That's the best way to prevent accidents, is just to do everything safely and as professional as possible. Your safety is more important. If any of these tasks you don't feel safe doing, you can call a professional to do, or just buy new stuff. And then you can wrap your electrical tape around it again, just for added security, because why not? Some people do, some people don't. You do not always have to. Sometimes you will not need to use the electrical tape. But if it's a situation where you have exposed wires still showing after you have put everything back together, it's probably a good idea to use it. So that is how we do both of those. We've successfully crimped and used wire nuts, and everything is back together, whole. Current flow will run through those just fine. If there are any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. I will leave a link in the toolbox section for the video on wires and the gauges and how to identify the different types. So if you need to refer back to that so you know what you're working with, you can do that as well. Click that subscribe button. Helps me out. Lets me know that you want to see more videos. Click the bell icon so it will notify you every time I upload a new video, and hit that thumbs up so I know that you like this specific one, and I can keep making videos like this. And you have a very handy day, and I'll catch you on the next video.